Rapha. He did get in a couple of rails. That does give him a clean mega health, and the direct result of that was that Rapha was not going to be around to do damage on Swooped as he was grabbing that mega health. So good play from Swooped, good initial damage, but as it stands, still no armor for him. And right now he's at 95 health, no armor, 73 health, and 115 armor for Rapha. So Rapha is still the high guy as far as stat goes. Next fight is going to be between red armor and mega health, but they're coming up so close together that we could be seeing a potential trade-off here.
And Rapha is trying to bait Swoop, but he gets caught in the corner.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was trying to bait Swoop there and figure out which one he was going to go to, because Rapha knew that he wasn't really in a great position to just hold one of the items, so he wanted to see which one Swoop was going to go for, but Swoop was kind of playing the same game. Now this is going to be a free rail for Rapha that was left by his corpse. And so now, you know, he's able to go back for red, won't need to go into the room to get the rail, which means that he can set up for mega really quickly. And yeah, this is what he's going to do. And the plasma. Yeah, plasma is very true.
Pro tip, on that bridge, you don't have a lot of room to maneuver on that bridge. Rapha leaves mega health just at the wrong time. Is he good? Oh wow, not even with the rail, with the last little bit of LG. Now there's confidence for you. Ha.
Well, oh shit. He did it again. He knows how much damage he's done. Oh my god, really? We ended that with a fucking telefrag.
I am taking this fucking mega health. I don't care how long it takes.
How many frags I gotta give up? Yeah. So Swooped is actually in the better position for this red. Rapha doesn't have the best weapons in order to make a play for it. In fact, he whiffs both shots of that shotgun. Swooped didn't pick up the armor immediately. Rapha is going to get away with his life, but honestly, he's really weak here. Swoop does not have a railgun, though, so that could make this a little bit interesting as he's going to go for this mega again. Rapha nowhere to be found. Red not up in time for him. Here it comes, and Swoop is just going to basically become the elephant in the room. Where is Rapha? Missing his shots.
Missing rails apparently. Swoop now with a great stack. Rapha trying to get these kind of fadeaway rockets and rails. There's a little bit of splash spam, but again, is this going to be foot play or foreplay against Swooped right now as he grabs more yellow armor? We might see a little bit of caught out here. Now it's actually Swoop going to be taking the high road. Rapha's expecting it though, has LG ready for him. Rockets are coming out, Swoop takes it to the face. Rapha left with, well, just about as good as a stack as Swoop was. But Swoop grabs red armor, Rapha grabbing mega health, and now?
And now it gets kind of interesting.
Up in the air.
This lower yellow,
because we're going to need to see.
The yellows are going to make or break the next fight, honestly. Swooped has about 130 armor. Rapha has the opposite in health, but is going to miss out on red. So again, he's going to be plus backing probably in order to get this armor and mega. But see his timing. He's not going to get caught in any way. So he did enough damage against Swooped that he's able to kind of recollect there. Red, next big armor to play for. Rapha's going to try to catch Swooped as he goes for the yellow. That's a rail, though.
Now, Swoop should not escape from this alive. Swoop stuck out in the red room for way too long, and that gave the ability for Rapha to stack back up. Swoop was left with nothing, but letting Swoop have that 50 health, where was Rapha at that time? Going through the teleporter? Rapha
he wanted to make sure that he got red, because right. Honestly, like, Rapha doesn't need the frags. He doesn't really care if, you know... Oh, wow. That's 3 in a row for Swooped. 4 in a row for Swooped. Nice. Very nice. That's a 1-point game, folks. We are 5 minutes in. Rapha getting away with plasma spam. And, yeah, honestly, the next big thing is going to be whether or not red
nice
and then mega.
Rapha should be aggressive here, but
rocket.
Swooped has rail out, ready to go. And Rapha is not going to be walking into that one.
Well, it was actually a rocket to the feet that stopped Rapha in his tracks. And so we are going to see a trade between red and mega. And so stack-wise, Rapha at 200 armor but swooped at about 200 health. However, no armor, and he's not in position to get any more. There's not going to be any more to get for another 10 seconds. So basically, any bit of damage and swooped is done. So he's got to be really, really defensive. And rapha knows it. He's like, okay, I see that style. I know what that is. And that's going to be 5-3.
Yeah. And actually, there have been several cases so far, just during this one map, where swooped has been down on health, and he's been, I don't want to say he's been too scared, but he's been apprehensive about moving out of whatever area he's stuck in. And that means he's going to be really, really slow getting a stack back. So rapha finally taking advantage of that and getting the frags back in his name. Now he's 3 up. We got the spread back in his favor. Just about 3.5 minutes left on the clock here. rapha sticking this out for red armor, but making his way out, and swooped, yeah, he's just got nowhere to go.
And with, there's 3 minutes left to go. rapha, at this point, is probably feeling pretty comfortable because he has the upper hand on items. Like, swooped might be able to get red here, but rapha's going to do damage. Oh, now he does. There he goes.
Nice first rocket hits. Now we hear that swooped is low on health, and rapha with a beautiful LG. Right now he's got a 29% LG, not that great, but during that last fight, definitely made it do the work for him. And yeah, swooped is going to get caught out here again.
He's going to give up red. Now this is something that we actually see pretty common from rapha, where he will figure out where oh wow, shit. He'll figure out where you're going and go the other way, because he knows that the items are going to be a trade. And he figures, what's better for him. Picking a fight where he can, maybe get an item, but lose most of it during a skirmish, or just hightail it to the other side of the map and pick up an item for closely for free. And then with 11-3, rapha's pretty much locked this thing down. 2 minutes left to go. 38% real for rapha, 32% LG, 40% rocket. After this frag, I'll take a look at swoop. Nades are just not going to happen.
I want to say that
him.
swoop is. Oh.
This thing will work for him. I was wrong.
The last grenade.
Yeah.
There's always that one last grenade.
rapha forgot the mega.
But I wanted to say that swoop seems to be throwing in the towel here a little bit, because how many times has rapha caught him in an area where swoop literally has no way out? And rapha actually has done the smart thing by not pushing in and creating a hole for swoop to go through, but just by keeping his distance and making... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If you move forward in those situations, then, you go left, they're going to be able to escape right, or vice versa. But just by keeping your distance there, they have no way out whatsoever. Really great LG being traded back and forth, but swoop switches away for just a second, and that's all that rapha needed in order to take that 13th frag. 1 minute left to go. rapha just grabbed both yellow armor and that mega health.
And, Jahar, one thing I do love about seeing this is, I expected rapha to win this, but I think swooped has played pretty well. Considering, I don't think that he really gets a lot of chances to play against rapha. And so it probably feels good to just see, how he's done. And this is just the first map. We'll have to see. I think, ZTN is the next one? Is that right?
Yeah. And then DM6 if we need a tiebreaker. If.
And that's kind of scary, because rapha is extremely adept at ZTN, and it's the kind of thing where swooped is okay at it, but I'm not sure I would call it his strongest map. We've seen him play it on King of the Hill, and I know that he can get caught out a lot, so we'll have to see what he does. rapha is certainly the kind that would force that to happen. 1 impressive for rapha, 3 for swooped, but overall accuracy was 10% better for rapha, and lightning gun as his best weapon. Yeah, I hit 4 wheels in a row. That counts for something.
Yes, it does, swoop. Right. Here's your lollipop.
Yeah. There we go. Straight away, we're going to see swooped and rapha. And let's see what swooped can do. He's got his work cut out for him, I think. Right off the bat, rapha gets RLYA, looking for a denial of mega. He grabs it himself, and he is off and away. We can go back for a railgun. and now he can pick.
And that's actually bad news for Swooped because those Swooped has gotten both red armor and yellow